Welcome to Deep Dive TV. This is Questions Hour. I am Jamaldin Weyukwa. Today we're bringing you student politics, and we are in the campus of Ghana Institute of Journalism. We'll be seeking the views of students upon the release of the Electoral Commission, which detail how the upcoming election will be held. You know, a lot of students might be of the view that the filing fee is quite huge for students during this crisis. Others might also be of the opposite view. So we are here to seek the opinions of students. So I have a student close to me here. Hi.
Hello.
I am Jamal.
I am Abdul Rashid, is popularly known as Minister.
Okay. Abdul Rashid is I guess you've chanced the release by the Electoral Commission of the Ghana Institute of Journalism.
Yes, I have spotted the release by the Electoral Commission of the Ghana Institute of Journalism, SRC, and in fact it was something that I was a bit not happy about because of what it indicates.
You said you are not happy about the release. What in the release exactly are you not happy about?
Right, when the release was out, it basically talks about the forms taken and the filing fees. So aspirants were, directed to pick their forms at a fee of 100 cedis, and then a filing fee of 900 cedis. That is by the presidential aspirant, and 700 cedis by other portfolios. So to me, I think the fee was exorbitant because, considering the circumstances that we found ourselves in, it's a bit difficult to raise certain amount of money. And then again, as student body that we are running an election is something that we should take a series of factors into consideration. One, we have to understand that students, we are not working, and then again the time we find ourselves is very difficult, and things are very hard in the current system. So we really need to do something about the fee that was charged, but that was so exorbitant, if I may say.
So what is your suggested fee if you are asked to give a suggestion? Right,
you see, I just don't want to make comparison, but I have to. When I got in touch with some of the SRC presidents at the various universities, for example UCC, I got in touch with their SRC president. That was the day before yesterday, and he told me that for them the whole process, when they pick their forms, they file and everything, is 50 Ghana cedis. 50 Ghana cedis for the whole process. Unlike other institutions,
that's purchasing of the form and then
purchasing of the form, the file, everything is 50 cedis.
Okay.
So that is UCC.
Okay.
So I think we really have to consider a lot of things for this price. I can't just say, oh, I'm proposing this amount, but the particular body that is in charge should be, considerate enough to understand that certain things are just a no-no. And we really need to take a second look at some of the things we propose as students, leaders, or bodies that are in charge or being delegated to do certain things or carry out a particular task. So for me, I can't necessarily propose that they should pay this amount of money, but I expect the body in charge to understand the circumstances that we find ourselves in, and then give a fee that will be a bit okay for all the aspirants to afford and contest.
Okay, I guess you are an aspirant.
Yes, I am an aspirant, but I have this principle. Yes, I'm not just interested in contesting or participating in an election just because I want to. There are agendas or aims or reasons why I want to contest or become SRC president. So it's not just going because I want to contest. I'll just, because the amount, try ways and means to to get that amount and go and pay for the forms. That is not my intention. That is not my intention. So what I'm trying to say is that even though I am an aspirant, I'm not just interested in contesting GIJ SRC general election. That is not what I'm intended to do. But what I want to achieve is based on the policies and things that I intend to come and do. But if our colleague students or the body that is in charge of this particular exercise is charging such an amount of money, I think it doesn't make, it doesn't sound well to us as students.
Okay, right. Tell us, when are you likely to file your nominations?
As it stands now, I'm still taking into consideration several things. And after getting in touch with my team and other necessary people that I have normally seek advice from, that will determine when I will be meeting them today. If let me be specific, so that will determine whether I'll be filing for the position of the GIJ. I was an SRC president portfolio, but as it stands now, I'm in a bit, state of let me put it, a befuddlement, which I wouldn't be able to tell you that I'm going to file or not. But for me, I'm really trying to get the fees, reduced. But as it stands now, there have been a purchase is ongoing, and some of the aspirants have already purchased their form. Right. Okay. So from me, I don't necessarily, eager to just go and buy the forms and file. I'm still looking at various things that will motivate me, or just give me that fame to go and file for the presidential position.
Okay, thank you very much, Abdul Rashid, aka Minister. I wish you all the best.
Thank you very much for having me. I'm also grateful for you.
We have another student here. Let me see her view on the matter. Hi.
Hello.
I am Jamaldeen.
I'm Mabel.
Okay, I guess you've seen the Electoral Commission of Ghana Institute of Journalism's release.
I've seen it, yeah, I have, but then I've not taken an in-depth or a thorough
look into it. Yes. Okay, in the release, I'll just break it down. In the release, the presidential aspirants are to file at 900 cedis and buy the form at 100 cedis, totaling 1,000. Other aspirants are to file at 700, buy the form at 100 cedis, totaling 800. So I would like to take your view on it. What do you think about the fee?
Okay, with looking at the current situation that we are in, the current era that we are in, we all know that we have been hit by COVID, and it has been it has hit us, some of us, very hard. And I think that it should have at least been low. Looking at it, it's students' politics. Okay, so 900 for presidential filing, to file. I think they could have done something to it by reducing it a bit. But then looking at the other side, this is what they want, and if you take it to the national level, it is way, way, way beyond that. And most of these students, candidates, aspire to be go beyond probably student politics. So I think that is a step further, and it's at one side it's not bad, but at the other side I think something could have been done because of the times that we are in. We've been hit by COVID, and we are not in normal time. People are complaining. Okay,
if you are asked to suggest an amount, what would you suggest?
Okay, I may not know what goes into preparing the forms, but for me, I would like to say, if 500, then you buy the forms 100, making it 600.
Okay.
For the presidential, and then maybe the other normal candidates or aspirants pay 300, and then probably 100 or 200 for the forms.
Okay. Do you think this kind of fee can, in a way, push the students to loot the funds if they get such positions?
I don't think there are so many ways that students, people use in looting funds, and I don't think that this one would, or it may contribute, but then I don't think it is necessarily be the reason for them to.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay, I have another student next to me here. Let's take his view on the matter of the filing fee. Hi.
Yes, hello.
I am Jamaldeen.
My name is Abdullah Isaka, the Remedy.
Okay, the Remedy. Wow, that's a nice name. Okay, I guess you've chanced the release by the Electoral Commission of the Ghana Institute of Journalism.
Yes, I have.
Okay, and in that release, you could see that the filing fee for that of presidential aspirant is 900, and the form is 100 cedis, totaling it to 1,000 cedis for you to be able to contest. And for other aspirants, they will be filing at 700, and the form is 100 cedis, totaling it to 800 for them to be able to contest. What is your take on that?
Well, I think given the time that we're in, it's a bit too high. The fee is a bit too high, but I also see the wisdom behind that, because I mean, if a person is willing to attain a leadership position or to lead students, it's a sort of sacrifice, financial sacrifice, personal sacrifices and all, even when you get to the office. So I think it's a way of the EC trying to test out who is willing to actually make financial sacrifice, even as at now. You get it? So I think I see the wisdom behind it. But there are disadvantages to it as well, because if you take such monies or you demand such monies from aspirants when they are trying to vie for positions, yes, they'll look for the money to get to that point, but when they get there, they might be tempted to steal, to recuperate for all the money that they have lost.
So
in pursuit of.
Are you in any way suggesting that could push some aspirants to loot students' money when they get there?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That there's a tendency for that to happen, because if someone is paying 10,000 Ghana cedis to be president, I mean, look at the person will campaign and all that. It takes the campaign cost a lot higher. And if someone invests so much in the campaign and it gets there, and the person is not a person of integrity, definitely there would be some looting to recuperate for all the money that the person has lost.
Okay, Abdullah Saka, I learned you'll be contesting as well.
Yes, I'm contesting for the position of SRC president.
So when are you likely to file your nominations?
A little later today, God willing.
Today?
Yes.
Okay. Who do you fear in this race of the election?
In fact, I don't know of any
Who
other.
is your most?
In fact, I don't know of any
contender?
other person going in for the position. It's just me that
You
I
don't
know
of any other person?
Yeah, Abdullah Isaka. I'm the only one that I know of, so
okay.
I cannot speak to that.
Okay. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
There's a student next to me. Let's seek her view on the matter as well. Hi.
Hello.
I am Jamaldin.
I'm Lida Joapia.
Okay. I would like you to share your view on this, the filing fee for the SRC various aspirants. That is, for that of the presidential aspirant, they are to file at 900 cedis and purchase the form at 100 cedis, totaling 1,000. Other aspirants are to file at 700, purchase the form at 100, totaling 800. What is your take on that?
Okay, I would say that for me, I consider it to be a bit too high, considering the fact that we are all students, and then we are not all privileged. Some may not have what it takes to do all this, and they may be interested. So when it comes to that level, it becomes a disadvantage to some of us who literally have nothing. And then when you raise it to that standard, it will, when you are voted into power, and then it will enforce them or force them to kind of accumulate something for themselves, because they will feel like they've lost a lot, so they have to find something to replace it.
So are you in a way suggesting that could be a factor of students' corruption?
Yes.
So what would have been your suggested amount if I asked to suggest an amount for the occasion?
Being an SRC president, I think it could have been something like 500 in total. 500 for the president, and then maybe the others something below 400.
For like other aspirants?
Yes.
So 500 for both purchasing of form and filing?
Yes.
For presidential?
Yes, because
400
this is not a national kind of competition. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome.
Cheers. Okay, I have another student close to me here. Let's seek his view as well on the issue. Hi.
Hi.
I am Jamaldin.
I'm Carlos Caloni.
Okay, Carlos. Nice meeting you.
Yeah.
All right. I want you to share your opinion on this issue. The Electoral Commission of Ghana Institute of Journalism, they've released a statement which contains the filing fee and that of the fee for the purchase of the form. And for the presidential aspirants, they are to file at a fee of 900 cedis and then purchase the form 100 cedis. For other aspirants, they will file at 700, purchase the form 100 cedis. So if you total, or you realize that the presidential aspirants are to spend about 1,000 cedis before they can run for the election, and that of other aspirants will be spending 800. What's your take on that?
Well, I haven't seen the statement which has been published or issued by the Electoral Commission or the SRC. And also, I don't know how much they were charging previously. If I were to have an idea, then I can...
Previously, last year, they charged about 500 or so.
About 500.
Yeah.
So if they charge about 500, last year, and now they are charging about 1,000.
That's
that's
900
about
actually for the filing.
900 for the filing, and then 100 cedis for the form itself. So if you equate it, that's about 1,000 cedis, which is 100% increment. And well, as a student, I think that's a bit on the higher side, because this student politics, and I think that might put some people at disadvantage. You know, people who have leadership qualities to lead us, but do not have money, that volume of money to as a filing fee, will just put them at a disadvantage, which means that we are trying to create a kind of using money as the basis for people to lead us at GIJ, which I think is unacceptable. So if the SRC can do something about it, you know, try to reduce it, to make it a level playing field for all to participate, that I think will be the best approach for student politics on the campus.
Okay, do you think the high filing fee could also push these students to spend much money when they get into office?
Of course, it's a kind of breeding ground for corruption, because some will go to other lands to raise this money. Don't forget, the campaigning itself comes with some monetary commitment. So if the filing fee alone is about 1,000 cedis, and you need to do campaign, you need to do posters, you need to do outreach and all that, that would actually up your expenditure. And if you come into office, it means that you'd have to find ways and means to pay back that kind of money. So I think it's a breeding ground for corruption if we are not careful. That's why I said earlier that the SRC and the Electoral Commission should relook at it and see if they can revise it. Don't forget, we are in COVID times, and we are not in normal times. So if they're able to maintain the previous amount, I think that would have been the best approach, rather than increasing it to 100%.
Okay, thank you very much, Carlos.
Thank you for coming.
Yes.